When I was a small child, my dad's anger felt like a threat to me, as did my mother's distress and depression. Fighting or fleeing was not an option for me. The freeze and fawn responses were the only ones available, and that's how my body became conditioned to respond to threats. When I met my abusive friend G, that conditioning was fully activated. When I was being verbally or physically assaulted, I froze, let it happen, and waited for it to be over. Once the attack was over, I would go into fawn mode and do everything I could to try to keep him from attacking me again for as long as I possibly could. It did never occur to me that I could flee by just leaving the friendship or fight back, even if it were just to tell my parents or teachers what was happening. The abuse itself, the experiences of the abuse combined with my responses, these were getting stored in my body. Subconsciously, I was becoming more and more practiced at recognizing when the next round of abuse was coming and anticipating it so that I could more quickly deploy the freeze and fawn response. Going forward, if I experienced anything that my body interpreted as a similar interpersonal threat, whether it was truly a threat or not, it would produce the same physiological responses, sending me back into those original experiences. Instead of an adaptive threat response, one that would optimize my chances of safety, I was experiencing a trauma response. Trauma had hijacked my ability to respond to certain types of threats in effective ways. Rather than responding to an actual threat, which sometimes it may be, of course, I would wind up responding to more of an idea, a kind of muscle memory, a phantom threat. I wasn't able to assess the threat potential head on, since the trauma I had experienced had been attached to that feeling of threat.